Anyway, देखते हैं थोड़ा शॉर्ट भी हो रहा है थोड़ा क्वेश्चन ले आइए जल्दी
For judgment, item 6 and 7.
You for the appellant?
My Lord, I'm for, yes, I'm for the petitioner in item 7, my Lord.
6.
Sorry. Otherwise it's too low. It's okay now. RFA, item 6. Consequently, in the facts and circumstances and in backdrop of the other above discussion, there is no other option but to interfere with the impugned judgment and decree passed by the learned trial court. Accordingly, the impugned judgment so-and-so passed in eviction is set aside. The original trial court records the regular first appeal is allowed and disposed of. Because of mainly the transfer of property, there was no registration, so that as contention was accepted. And item 7, you are for the writ petitioner?
Yes, my Lord.
In the facts and circumstances and keeping in mind the principles laid down in Binapani Day, I come to the considered opinion that an exercise of reverting to the original date of birth of the petitioner cannot be done without giving him a chance of hearing and complying with the principles of natural justice. The same not having been done, the impugned order suffers from infirmity and requires to be interfered with. Accordingly, the impugned order so-and-so is hereby set aside. However, the respondent authorities would be at liberty to carry out an administrative exercise regarding the date of birth of the petitioner, if so desired, by following the principles of natural justice. This
Highly obliged.
can we go through the judgment and see? Okay. I was thinking, so that should we just go through the bail matters quickly, and then come back to your writ petition. Yes. Cause list. Here. Got it. No problem.
Oh.
Three bail matters. Let's go through it.
Item 3.
Orders, item 3.
Can you call the Jamata once? Question to like back question. Yes.
My Lord, this is an application for anticipatory bail, my Lord, which is filed against Pulikon police station case. And earlier I had filed the pre-arrest bail application before the additional district assistant judge 3, which was rejected, my Lord. Vide the common order 10/2/2026. And the allegation is regarding extortion of money.
Question back.
They were charged under section 308 subsection 2, 319 subsection 2, 240,
Yes.
61.
It's the same.
Yes, the other.
Polycon PS case number 137.
Yes, my Lord.
Same
Two,
one.
two other subsequent bail applications are also, my Lord, similar one.
Similar bail application.
Yes, and one accused persons, one petitioner in fact, Srimati Laltha Moani, she filed bail application number 1 of 2026 in this honorable court, and she was granted pre-arrest bail, my Lord.
Okay. AB 1/26. That was allowed, right?
Yes, that was allowed.
We had the case diary, I think, that day. No, we did not. It was instructions.
Yes.
Yes, my Lord. The case diary is annexed in the other two anticipatory bill 3 of 2026. However, my Lord, it's only till January of this year. So I'll have to ask for the case diary.
All right. No, in this matter, you had submitted that with regard to the investigation had progressed, you had submitted with the order which was reflected in the order. And with regard to that petitioner,
Yes.
Laltan Moani, the nothing concrete was found. It was
Yes,
fairly
yes.
submitted, and accordingly she was granted anticipatory bail. But this person, all the three bail petitions arise out of the same PS case,
Yes.
same PS case.
Yes.
So
But the facts is different, huh?
the facts are different.
Yes.
With regard to these petitioners,
These petitioners.
you have what would be your submission at this stage? The
Well,
case diary will have to be seen.
Yes, case diary will have to be seen regarding all these other petitioners.
So you want this case diary, or you have to update it?
My lord, I want the updated case diary.
When can we get it? Because
Um,
it has to be taken by me only.
And-
Because it's not a subsequent petition. It can be
Yes, I
taken
think
by
it has
others
to be
also.
taken by your lordship only, my
No,
lord.
it can be taken by others also. Not a subsequent petition.
All right.
Not previously rejected petition. That's a good practice
Yes.
here. That since same police station, so. But if it's a subsequent bail petition earlier rejected, then it has to be taken by that person, by that judge. But since it's not it is not
All right.
it's first bail petition, right?
Yes.
First, so it can be taken by others also, but it's better. If I'm available, I can take it. Otherwise, because day after tomorrow, if I have to take it, it has to be through VC. So that's the
Yes.
thing.
Through
I
VC,
think it
yeah.
can be taken up by. When can you get the updated case
My
diary?
lord, by next week I can get it.
And on the basis of the diary which is available here, you'll send it back, right?
My lord, no, I'll not send it back, my lord. I don't have the case diary with me.
Oh,
Right
sir, it has not come.
Yes, not
Case diary
come.
has not come. I see.
And I'll do one more prayer is your lordship I would like to make is that in the meantime I may kindly be allowed to be given interim protection, my lord.
Actually, the allegations per se are on the serious side, right? 17 lakhs taken away.
Yes.
But then, of course, I can look into your prayer for interim protection, but then we'll have to see these things. Go back to the FIR once again.
FIR is at page 13, English translation, my lord.
Yes, I've taken it up. But they had come to buy land,
Yes.
supposedly, which World Trinity Bank, female persons. So the complainant was also supposed to have come with the money to buy drugs,
Yes.
right?
That is right.
And these people posing as policemen
Yes.
allegedly took away the money.
Yes.
Yes.
No drugs was seized. And even case was not registered for alleged trafficking of the drugs. And money was not also recovered, my lord.
What do you say, ma'am, on the prayer for interim?
Interim, my lord, that is up to your lordship.
Of course,
I'll have to object it on the grounds that, my lord, it's a serious case, my lord. in
It
this.
is.
Yes. And we'll have to first produce the case diary.
Case diary. Get it early next week, then get it done.
Yes, ma'am,
Tuesday
I
or
can
something.
try.
Get it on Tuesday.
All right,
Can be taken up by one of the available judges, not a problem.
yes.
Okay. And in case there is any issue, then I'll take it by online.
All right, ma'am.
So let's
Yes, my lord.
hold back till
Yes, your
Tuesday, right?
So it's a few days, like different. It is a short date only. So
Yes.
this coming next week Tuesday, my lord.
On
Next week Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, yes.
But you have to send it quickly then,
Yes,
right? It's Aizol, which PS station?
I think
Mamit?
it's Aizol, no.
Mamit?
It's a Kulikon PS station,
Okay.
so it's
In Aizawl city only.
No problem. Full stop. This order, you can take Mr. Jonathan, right?
Bill Ramegam.
The learned counsel and in the Funwell learned public prosecutor for the state. Para second is same. Okay. 3, 1, 2, up to 4 will be same. Full stop. The case diary would be necessary for adjudication of this bail petition. Therefore, call for the updated case diary from the concerned police station. Full stop. List the matter on 10?
10-3.
10-3.
Highly obliged, my lord.
Item 4.
Next two also same.
Yes.
Similar order can be passed.
Similar order can be passed. Yes. Same. 10-3. Okay.
Council will be different, Your Lordship.
Item
Council is
5.
different. Council is different. And in item 4,
4 and 5, I am Jonathan Lawrence.
John, yes. 4 and 5, Jonathan, Mr. Jonathan.
Obliged.
Item 1, admission.
Lordship, we have filed the additional affidavit
Yes, yes.
in which we have enclosed the certificates of the petitioners, certifying that they all have cleared the postgraduate degree in first division.
Where's my note? There's a, I had a note actually. They've written down my notes. It's very important to staple it here. Otherwise it gets detached. You know. Please check in the other file. Because without that, it will be Yes, sir. Additional affidavit indicates that they have done their masters.
Yes, they all have done their masters and cleared the master's degree in first division. In fact, we have stated that in the connected writ petition, but we have not enclosed the certificates. So now we have enclosed.
Not there. Note was there, no? I have to check the files.
At para 9,
Anyway, so. Okay.
Lordship may produce para 9 of the writ petition.
Para 9 of the writ petition.
Yes, Lordship. Wherein we have stated that, as stated earlier, even when the respondents had taken steps for making engagement of 140 posts of part-time lecturer, assistant professor in different departments under various government colleges, the required educational qualification for the same has been shown as master's degree in its field with 55% of the marks at a master's level and having knowledge of Mizo language up to middle school standard. In spite of this, all the petitioners had obtained first class in MCA, first class in MSc IT, and first class in BTech Computer Science and Engineering, and all are eligible or qualified for appointment to the post of assistant professor, even as per the UGC or AICTE norms. Lordship, the qualification required for the purpose of appointment on regular basis to the post of assistant professor in government colleges as per the UGC norms or under IICTE norms as per regulations 2010 are first class in the postgraduate degree.
First class, master's degree.
First class in master's, yes, master's degree.
Right.
So they cannot be termed as unqualified for the purpose of even regularization. Now we are not, in some cases it's not a case of regularization, it's for the purpose of continuation only as a part-time assistant professor. And in fact, as per the advertisement of 2011-2012, the petitioners were required only to have at least 55% marks.
The
And with-
petitioners in this writ petition, the first one, are the
Yes.
BCA people.
Yes,
Right.
even as BCA.
Teaching BCA classes.
Yes, lots of. So, even as per the required regulations, the qualifications required for regular appointment, even under the UGC norms or under AICT norms, is first class in master's degree, which the petitioners are having. So, the purpose, the proposed termination of the petitioner's appointment or engagement as part-time assistant professors on the ground that they have not obtained the required eligibility criteria is a misconception, Your Lordship. And now,
On the ground that they do not have PhD or NET.
net, yes, PhD or net, which is not the requirement. And if I take a Lordship again to Annex 8, which is at page 54. Page 54 is the office order. It's regarding provisional interseniority of part-time assistant professors or lecturers under government colleges and institutions. Here at page 58, the Lordship will see that the petitioners, the names of the petitioners are the name of the first petitioner is on the first page, which we have 47 more. 53.
Right. This is the gradation list. Of the part-time assistant professor.
Yes, at page 44,
40.
57,
40?
at page, starting from page 57,
57.
at serial number 44,
57.
Lordship will see again the name of the first petitioner. It is written that the eligibility, under eligibility not required. And at serial number 84, 85, 87, and 88, again the names of the petitioners,
Not required.
not required.
NET.
Net not required, and they're all eligible. And 135 also, Lordship will see, not required. This has been the consistent stand of even the respondents. They have never been, asked to obtain NET or PhD prior to this. However, Lordship will see in the year 2017, in the engagement order at page 63, Your Lordship will see at page 63, in the middle of the page. The first para is regarding, in respect of those who have NET, those who have the required eligibility. And regarding the 53 other part-time assistant professors, it has been stated The engagement of the following 53 part-time assistant professors and the various government colleges at the rate of rupees 500 per lecture subject to a maximum rupees 20,000 per month is hereby extended for a further period of 1 year with effect from 1/3/2017 to 28/2/2018 on the condition that they should acquire NET/SLET/SET PhD within the currency of this approval. This is the time only in 2017 when this engagement order was issued that they were shown as having the required.
Stipulating net
Yes, yes,
net PhD.
yes.
But this aspect, is it a subject matter of challenge? Anyway, we'll come to that
We are
later.
not challenging it at this stage.
Because, because-
What we have sought to
Yeah,
challenge
because,
is,
because if we go by the earlier thing, that this, the qualification prescribed by this notification is not in terms of the original requirement of qualifications.
that is true.
So in a sense, if that is the position, if that is the position. Anyway, let us proceed.
And even under the UGC regulations 2010, at page 68, Your Lordship will see the essential requirement,
Page 68.
68.
So,
Is first class master's degree in appropriate branch of engineering and technology. So all this BCA, Bachelor of Computer Application department, they are
they
holding
are,
the
just a query in between, sir, that now the respondent authorities are seeking not to extend them in terms of this notification, 25/5/2017, right?
yes, Your Lordship.
That they have been asked to get NET or PhD, but that has not been done as yet, and hence.
Yes, yes. So, this last extension was made page in down.
All right.
What is being challenged is the communication, Your Lordship.
Page.
Page 104
104.
and 106. These are the two colleges under which the petitioners have been working. This 104 is Annexure 26. It's a letter addressed to the principal of Government Scholarship College.
Discontinuance of
Yes, on the subject of
Engagement of
discontinuance of
unqualified
engagement of
part-time.
unqualified part-time assistant professor in
reference
government
to the
colleges.
above. Let us read this again, letter with reference to above it may be mentioned proposal.
The names of the petitioners,
But we have two questions now, that whether in what sense they are unqualified, number one. And
Yes.
if they are unqualified in terms of that notification, 25/5/2017, so don't you think that that aspect of this notification also was required to be challenged? Because the stipulation that they will be extended, subject to their getting a qualification of PhD or NET, according to your contentions, is not in keeping with the qualifications prescribed by AICTC and UGC. Okay? If I have not understood, if I have understood correctly. Anyway, let's proceed with that. So this was the regret letter and the list.
Lordship, the view has been expressed over here by the department, by the respondents. And now they were given a show cause. They were given a show cause as to why their service shall not be, or their engagement shall not be terminated. And we had made clarification.
Can we see the this letter once again? 4/2/26, sent by the Undersecretary. It's where
226.
I had a note, I don't know where it is. We'll have to check, cross-check. Okay.
Now, what is written here is a lot
This
of
Undersecretary's letter, where is it? Where is it? Undersecretary's letter, 4/2026. Let me check the index.
we have not enclosed this, Your Lordship.
You're not enclosed. Huh?
Seems.
Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's proceed.
4/2/26. Come through. Nine two.
Yes.
4/20. Your Lordship, we have not enclosed the copy
Yeah,
of
that's
this.
okay. Let's move on.
And, Your Lordship, the fact that the petitioners had obtained the required qualification as per the UGC norms or even under the ICT norms, under which the petitioners or the BCA course have been taken over. And, Your Lordship, the humble submission of the petitioners is that since their very livelihood depends upon their continuation as the part-time assistant professors, in which they have been continuing for so long.
They've been in there since 2011.
Since 2012, 2013, and 2015. And here, since the petitioners have considered themselves to be qualified, even as per the required regulations, they have sought for their appointment on contract basis, at least, because all other qualified part-time assistant professors have been appointed as contract teachers, on contract basis. Now they have continued as assistant, part-time assistant professors till date. Now in the representation, in the reply to the show cause notice, which one of the petitioners' application we have enclosed here, all the reply are of the same, excepting the names At page 94, Your Lordship will see
Yes.
this is a reply to the so-called notice. Just before that, at page 93, Lordship, this is the so-called notice dated 3rd July 2025. The so-called notice has indicated, whereas the competent authority, after due consideration, is of the opinion that the intent of extending engagement period to acquire the required qualification has not served its purpose and is contemplating to reconsider the engagement period, currently approved till 28/2/2026. Now, therefore, you are directed to explain in writing as to why your engagement as part-time assistant professor shall not be terminated. Your explanation should reach the undersigned within 15 days from the date of issue of this letter, failing which your case will be considered ex parte. So, on receipt of this letter, the petitioners had submitted their reply to the so-called notice. And this so-called notice, which meant reply, is at page 94, wherein the petitioners have clearly specified as to why they should not be discontinued and why they should be considered as qualified for all purposes. Wherein it has been stated in the middle of the first page under para 1, Your Lordship.
Page?
Page 94, middle of the page.
Yes, in this connection.
In this connection, it may be stated that even in the year 2007, when recruitment for the post of lecturer in computer science was to be made by the government of Mizoram on introduction of BCA in government colleges, the required qualification under UGC or ICT norms were thoroughly examined, and it was decided by the competent authorities that the required qualification for appointment to the post as communicated by Joint Secretary to Government of Mizoram, Higher and Technical Department to the Secretary MPSC, white letter dated 27/9/2007 were, number 1, first class in Master of Computer Application, 2, first class in BE or BTech Computer Science. No other qualification has been prescribed or required under UGC or ICTE till date as eligibility for the purpose of appointment to the post of assistant professor, lecturer in the BCA department, or even for teaching in MCA course. Para 2, even at the time of my appointment or engagement as such, there was no requirement under UGC regulations 2010 or even under ICT regulations 2010 for having net or SLED or SET in respect of those to be engaged in Department of Computer Science or BCA. The relevant provision for appointment to the said post of assistant professor in Department of Computer Science under UGC regulations 2010 is provided at para 4.4.61 as follows. Here, the minimum qualification for appointment of teaching faculty in universities and colleges in respect of engineering and technology discipline has been clearly spelled out. For the post of assistant professor, the essential qualifications are first class master's degree in appropriate branch of engineering and technology. Without prejudice to the above, the following conditions may be considered desirable. Teaching, research, industrial and or professional experience in a reputed organization or papers presented at conference and or in referral journal. So we have enclosed a copy of this. And similarly, under the AICT regulations 2010, there is no requirement of having net or SLED or SET for those to be appointed as assistant professor in BCA or MCA. What has been provided under faculty norms is, in respect of the program, cadre, and qualification required for teaching of MCA is given in a table as shown below. For the program of MCA, the required qualification for appointment to the post of assistant professor are BE or BTech and ME or MTech in relevant branch with first class or equivalent either in BE or BTech or ME MTech. or BE, BTech, and MCA with first class or equivalent in either BE, BTech, or MCA, or MCA with first class or equivalent, with 2 years relevant experience. What we have stated in the writ petition is repeated here in this reply, Your Lordship. The fact that the course of MCA or BCA has been relocated by the Academic Council of MZU in its 44th meeting held on 14/6/2023 to be under School of Engineering Technology, as can be seen from the minutes circulated, which we have enclosed here earlier. And having said all the required informations, Your Lordship, the petitioners had approached the authorities of the department at the end with a prayer that in view of the facts and circumstances stated above, I am honestly soliciting your kind authority to take necessary steps for allowing me to continue in the said post as part-time assistant professor in the Department of BCA at Government Scholarship College till 28/2/2026, and thereafter to accommodate me to the same post as assistant professor on contract basis, and thereafter to allow me to continue till my regularization in accordance with the Government of Mizoram Regularization of Contract Employees Scheme 2008 against one of the 7 sanctioned posts stated earlier. In fact, the petitioners had sufficient pressure to the Government of Mizoram for making of the sanctioned posts in respect of the post of BCA. And earlier that was declined, but subsequently it was created in the 2 colleges. At page 92, Your Lordship will see,
92.
yes, the post creation notifications. It's a notification dated 22nd April 2025. Has Your Lordship got it? In the interest of public service, Governor of Mizoram is pleased to create 7 posts of assistant professor, stage 1, level 10, in the Department of BCA, Bachelor of Computer Application for Government College and Government Champai College as follows. For Government Scholarship College, 3 posts, and for Government Champai College, 4 posts. These are the numbers of posts which the petitioners are occupying till date as part-time assistant professors.
These are regular posts?
These are regular posts created. And for the purpose of appointment on contract basis, regular post needs to be sanctioned
Okay. Regular post, but on contractual basis?
on contractual basis.
Not regularized?
Not for regularization at this stage, because there's a separate procedure for regularization. Here, Your Lordship will see at page 99, there is an office memorandum dated
Yes.
7/8/2008. This is a guideline for engagement of
regularization.
employees on contract basis.
Contract basis? also.
Yes. Once a person is appointed on contract basis, that also will be from year to year. It does not mean that they will be on contract for a period till they are regularized, but that from year to year, the contract will be extended. And here, all administrative departments and heads of departments should scrupulously follow the following terms and conditions while making engagement on contract basis. The terms and condition, number 1, is that no engagement on contract basis shall be made except with prior approval of DPNAR and Finance Department, Government of Mizoram, and before submission of any proposal for engagement of contract employees by any department to DPNAR and Finance Department, prior approval of Minister of Department concerned should invariably be obtained. And number 2 is there should be a clear-cut vacancy of post for engagement of employees on contract unless otherwise fully funded from CSS or by other outside agency. Provided in certain special circumstances, contract employment may be resorted to by department with prior concurrence of DP and AR in Finance Department, and with final approval of the Chief Minister through Chief Secretary in the absence of a specific sanctioned post. 3. No formal appointment shall be issued while making engagement on contract except after execution of agreement in the prescribed form appended. Period of engagement on contract basis shall be for 1 year at the initial stage. Thereafter, they should be screened again by the newly constituted DPC to see whether they are fit for further retention or otherwise. If they are found fit for further retention, appointing authority may extend their services for another period as it may deem fit and proper. So those are the relevant guidelines. And for the purpose of appointment on contract basis, there has to be a sanctioned post, clear sanctioned post. In the absence of a clear sanctioned post, no contract appointment can be made. And apart from that, one has to be eligible for regular appointment. And the petitioners claim that they are eligible for regular appointment under the rules, even under UGC norms or AICT norms. So in view of that, while the petitioners are aspiring for the appointment on contract basis, the information from the principal of the respective government had come as a bolt from the blue, and they were highly surprised.
No, but
that
their extension was given, the last appointment was given only on that premise that they would attain the PhD or that net whatever. But at that time, if it was, I again go back to my question that will come after she also submits.
Yes.
That can now the proposal not to extend be questioned because on the basis of they accepted that that extension of 1 year, which was made subject to the acquiring of qualification, which according to you is not required at all. Because
Yes,
in
yes.
other words, if that is so, then that order itself is incorrect in a way, right? Anyway, that's,
So, Your Lordship,
subject
under
to
the given
correction.
circumstance, my humble submission and prayer is that while the matter is pending for final adjudication, the petitioners may be allowed to continue on the premise that they have had all the required eligibility criteria. And since they have continued in service for a number of years, and since they were found to be qualified or eligible at the initial stage, why should they be found to be unqualified in the fact end of their engagement? And why should the petitioners be terminated? Because it is not only the need of the petitioners, it is the need of the college also, and the need of the students that they continue their engagement as such, at least till they are absorbed to contract service against the vacant posts or sanctioned post which has been created in the respective colleges. Lordship, since as stated earlier, we did not enclose the certificates required to clarify or to show that the petitioners had the required eligibility by way of a certificate. We have enclosed this as an additional affidavit.
Should I move to Madam?
Yes.
I have, Your Lordship, I have the instructions required, but before I have hand out the instructions that I have received, may I just take Your Lordship kind attention to the statement or averments made by the petitioners in their writ petition. The respected senior counsel have read out para 9.
Just a minute, huh? Just give me. Sorry. Okay.
Yes. Your Lordship, taking your kind attention to para
You
9
are
of
representing all the respondents.
all the respondents.
Para.
Para 9 of the writ petition, which is in page number 12. The respected senior counsel have submitted that at the time of making the engagement, that is the initial stage of their appointment or engagement, the required qualification was not specified. Now, in this respect, what I would like to submit is that to meet the exigencies and the need of the hour, the government have exempted those qualifications as required by the UGC regulations, so as to meet the exigencies of the state, and then appointed and approved their engagement. Now, fast forward in 2018. From 2018, the petitioners were given chance to obtain the required qualifications, and they were notified. Now we have to know that their engagement is temporary and is not against any sanctioned post. I repeat, Your Lordship, their engagement is not against any sanctioned post, but is purely temporary.
Not against any sanction.
Any sanctioned post, and is purely temporary, which is written in their engagement order also. In their engagement order from since 2018, it is written in black and white that they are to have the required qualifications.
Here, madam, there is a dispute, it seems, regarding the essential qualifications. So we can
Correct.
also.
I'm coming to that.
Yes.
I'm coming to that.
We'll come to that.
Now, with regards to the UGC regulations, in the writ
So
petition,
they were engaged in the exigencies of the situation.
yeah,
And
exigencies of
not
the-
against any sanction post.
not against any sanctioned post, but against temporary post. Only purely temporary.
Due to exigency of situation.
Yes. Second is that in the writ petition, they have annexed only the extracted copy of what they would like to use of the regulations 2010, that is the UGC regulations. However, the UGC regulations that they have enclosed here is with regards to the technology and engineering discipline only. Now, we have to know that these colleges wherein engagement is made is not a colleges of technology, I do not know the exact word. Page.
Kolasip Government College and
Yes,
these colleges.
this regulation rule 4.4 6.1, which is in page 68. This is the extracted copy of the UGC regulations. Now, this is the minimum qualification for appointment of teaching faculties in universities and colleges, engineering and technology discipline. Now, what we have to know, Your Lordship, is that this is with regards to colleges and university in engineering and technology discipline. Now, coming to the colleges in which the petitioners were appointed, it is not of the colleges of technology and engineering and technology discipline. I hope I'm making myself clear. It's just that the college is offering the courses in BCA, etc. But this is not the college of engineering and technology discipline.
Not,
So-
not engineering college.
not an engineering college. Now, in Mizoram, in the state of Mizoram, the AICTE regulation 2019 is not yet adopted by the government of Mizoram for colleges. Recently, it has adopted only for the college, engineering college only. So it is clear, AICTE regulations is not adopted in the colleges. The colleges, what I am referring to is the colleges in which they are appointed or they are made to, appointed for their engagement.
In that, the PhD NET qualifications are necessary.
Necessary, because as per the UGC norms, net SLET is necessary. Now, with regards to that,
you filed an affidavit? No.
I haven't, because it was moved in the
that day.
11th hour only, and today is
Right,
only
right.
fixed for the interim hearing.
yes.
And Your Lordship, I have given the information that I have received with regards to the AICTE, etc. Your Lordship, if I may take Your Lordship kind attention to page number page number 6 of my instructions. Page number 6 of my instructions.
Yeah, yes.
Up here, page number 6 of my instructions. Oh, before this, Your Lordship, I'm going to simultaneously, may I take Your Lordship kind attention to page number 86 of the writ petition. First,
I'll take it up together.
yes,
Page
page 86 of the writ petition. Page 86 of the writ petition, which the respected learned senior
page
counsel.
6 of the instruction.
And page 6, yes.
Just,
Your Lordship, in this.
Just a minute. Let me,
Okay, 86.
86.
With,
86.
yes, with your permission, may I read out, Your
Yes,
Lordship?
please.
So and so, Sir, Madam, in terms of the provisions under AICTE grant of approvals for technical institutions regulations 2020, notified on 4th February 2020 and amended on 24th February 2021 and other notifications as applicable and published from time to time, I am directed to convey the approval to Government Region Eastern Government College. Program Undergraduate Computer Applications BCA, Mizoram University, Aizawl. The next line, the approval of BBA, BCA, BMS courses is on as is where is basis. This is very important, as is where is basis. Intake approved of BBA, BCA, BMS courses subject to the approval of the concerned university. Coming to note, the approval is valid for 2 years from the date of issue of this letter only for getting affiliation with the respective university board and technical education as applicable and fulfilling state government requirements for admission. If institution is unable to start the current academic year due to reason above, the institution will have to apply online for AICTE web portal in next academic session for continuation of approval. The institution shall obtain necessary affiliation permission from the concerned affiliating university so and so as per the prescribed schedule of the university. The applicants for the certain information so and so issued the letter becomes approved. Now the question is, with regards to this, they have given the approval, but then it states in the approval that that it has to obtain the affiliation and permission from the concerned university. Now the concerned university affiliation is Mizoram University. They have annexed the meeting minutes of the concerned university, which is in page 79. This is AOB 2, and wherein it was page 79, wherein it was resolved to approve reallocation of BCA and master.
Just a minute. No? Let me
Okay.
Page 79,
Page 79, AOB 2.
AOB2.
This is proposal for
for-
reallocation of BCA under School of
Let
Engineering
me-
and
just a
Technology.
minute, let me write it down here. Okay, so proposal for reallocation of
Yes,
BCA
the
under
academic,
School of Engineering and Technology.
yes, the Academic Council resolves to approve reallocation of BCA and MCA under School of Engineering and Technology with immediate effect. This was the resolution. But, Your Lordship, this is the meeting minutes. If the meeting minutes, if it does not culminate into an order or a notification, this is the meeting minutes. So we have to have the order of the notification to this effect. And this is as it stands in the meeting minutes.
Right.
So the idea is there. The idea is there, which is in progress, which is impregnated, which is not yet conceived. at
Should we
this
come
stage.
to this, your
Page
instruction?
number 6.
6 of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the Secretary, UGC, New Delhi. Subject requirement of NET for teacher in respect of BCA courses in colleges, clarification regarding. Sir, as you may be aware, a few colleges in Mizoram are offering BCA courses, and as per the recent approval of BCA courses on as is where basis, I have read out in page 86, Your Lordship, as is where is basis on self-declaration under bridging UGC courses in management and computer applications under AICTE regulations. There has, however, arisen confusion about whether NET should be insisted as a qualification for the post of assistant professor for BCA courses. In the meantime, NET conducted by NTA includes computer science and applications bearing subject code 87. In the circumstances, I would like to request you to kindly furnish clarification on the status of NET requirement for the appointment of assistant professors for BCA course, as the guidelines on so and so is silent on the minimum qualification for appointment of teachers of BCA course. Now the clarification is in the next page, Your Lordship, page number 7.
Just a minute. So the reasoning started from that it's not an engineering college.
Yes.
So since it is in the general colleges, this is required.
Yes,
Therefore,
it's-
whether it is
it-
required for BCA taught in a general college,
Yes, yes. It's
So
a
that
course
clarification
that is
was sought
offered.
for.
Yes.
right?
It is a course that is offered, since it is not an engineering college.
Okay.
Now, the UGC have a
Clarification.
Yeah, we are pleased to make a reply and make a clarification. With your permission, Your Lordship, may I read?
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, with reference to address to the Secretary Higher and Technical Department, sir, with reference to letter number so and so on the cited subject cited above, I am directed to invite your attention to the proviso of clause 1.1 subclause 2 of UGC Regulations 2018, which stipulates that for appointment for the post of assistant professor and equivalent positions in disciplines where NET conducted by UGC or the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, or the state level eligibility test sets conducted by bodies accredited by the UGC of the state purpose qualifying in NET test shall be an additional requirement. Since NET is conducted by the UGC in the subject of computer science and applications, subject code 87, it is clarified that NET qualification shall be required for the post of assistant professor for teaching the BCA course. Now,
Let me see
we
it
are
again.
clear.
Let me see it again. Huh? It stipulates that post of clause 1.1
Yes.
to UGC regulations.
2018 so. Your Lordship,
That means wherever an NET exam is held in that particular subject by the UGC
yes.
for
They
assistant
can-
professor
they
of
can
that
get-
subject,
Yes.
NET will be necessary.
It's
Is that-
necessary.
Is
in-
that the interpretation?
Yes. It is
Since-
very clear that, Your Lordship, I have taken Your Lordship kind
Since the
attention
NET
to-
is conducted, second para, you've read?
Yes.
Since
Since the
any-
NET is conducted by UGC in the subject Computer Science and Applications,
It is
subject
clear.
code 87, it is clarified that NET qualification shall be required for appointment to the post of assistant professor for teaching the BCA course.
I see.
Now, in the instant case, our colleges are offering the courses of BCA, wherein the petitioners are engaged as a part-time lecturers. Now, circling back to what I have submitted earlier, Your Lordship, in page number 68 of the writ petition, the petitioner have annexed the extracted copy of the regulations, UGC regulations, which is not of their concern. This is with regards to the universities and colleges engineering and technology discipline, but they are not covered under this particular clause. They are covered, in fact, they are covered under clause 1.1 subclause 2 of UGC regulations, wherein it was required that NET, SLET, SET, etc. are required qualification, the minimum required qualification. Now, we have not to be confused with the School of Technology and the courses offered by the colleges of BCA in ordinary colleges. So that is why there is a difference. Now, with regards presuming but not admitting that they are governed by the AICTE regulations, now that question is not in challenge. That why the Mizoram government is not adopting the 2019 AICTE regulations, etc. That is not a matter in issue here. And now the matter in issue is just that whether they are required to have the NET qualification. Now, as per the clarification which I have just read out, it is required. So, Your Lordship, today
So you're
being-
saying, this going back to your point,
Yes.
that why Mizoram government is not adopting the AICTE regulations pertaining to technical qualifications for engineering colleges,
Not yet.
for BCA, that is
Yes.
not under challenge.
That is not under challenge. Now, we have read out the AICTE approval on referring to the given to the Colosseum College. It is written clearly in the approval letter also that it has to be under with the permission or the affiliation of the concerned universities. Now, the concerned universities, affiliating university is the to which they are affiliated is the Mizoram University, wherein in the meeting minutes it was resolved that it should be allocated to the engineering schools. However, as I have submitted earlier, this is impregnated, which is yet to be conceived.
Okay.
Yes. So, Your Lordship, today being the date for interim order, on the prayer for interim, I do not have the full-fledged information, but then
Obviously.
with that regard only, what I would like to submit is that
You have
now...
not got time and opportunity to file your pleadings.
Yes, yes.
That
Now,
will-
what I would like to submit is that
At this stage.
no interim be made because they have, first of all, they have been discontinued from their engagement because their engagement was to the effect of 28/2 only. Now, their prayer portion is for continuation. They cannot continue now because they are already not on the engagement. The engagement is already over. Now, it should be the question of re-engagement or new engagement. Now, coming to that, Your Lordship, my prayer is not to grant the interim prayer because the prayer is not subsistence at this point of time. Second is that, Your Lordship, now the learned senior council, respected senior council, have submitted that their continuance of engagement is the need of the college and the need of the students at large. But let me put it this way. The need of the college is to have a qualified teacher, first of all. The need of the student is to have a qualified teacher. Now, continuance or granting interim prayers or to let them continue in the service would be detriment to the college as well as to the students, and further it would delay the process of new engagement, which is under process. Now, we have to
New
wait.
engagement as a part-time
Part-time new engagement. It's under process. Now we have to wait
part-time or regular?
but on contract basis or regular basis they are processing at this stage. As per the information that is in the given to the principal.
Oh, right.
And Your Lordship, now putting it in easy way, this is a writ court. The writ court wherein we have to balance the justice, the convenience of justice. Now, whenever there is a conflict of interest between the private interest and the public interest at large, the latter should prevail. Of course, their rights should not be trampled upon. That is the settled principle of law. Now, in the facts in case, the present case, in the present case, their rights is not at all trampled upon because they have given ample opportunities since the year 2018 on humanitarian ground, and it has been extended from time to
no,
time.
the petitioners are contending that that qualification is not at all required.
Yes, that is a mistaken of facts. So, Your Lordship, their continuance would harm the public.
So,
Education system of the college, education imparted to the students. So the public at large benefit would cause, prejudice would be caused. So my humble prayer is not to grant the interim prayer of the petitioners, and if so required, I may be directed to file my affidavit in opposition in the matter.
no, you are at liberty, you must file. And you can perhaps put some of these documents in the affidavit. That's, you have the liberty. You can file your object. They can file a reply also. Anyway. Yes, sir.
Lordship, I'd like to reply to some of the submissions. Lordship, we are just now listening to the instructions, written instructions given to the council, the government council, and if it had come in the form of an affidavit, it would be more convenient. But since it has not come as an affidavit,
Yeah, because
it's
we
more like,
also have time constraints.
yes, it's more like hide and seek, Your Lordship. Now, the requirement of having net in respect of the petitioners not being required is based upon the page 68. Page 68, I think this has been misread.
But in the clarification, which of course they can make it a part of the affidavit.
Yes.
In that clarification, you can have he can have a look perhaps.
I can
Misread in the
You have a
sense,
copy.
Miss,
Kindly, you must have a look.
this is in respect of minimum qualifications for appointment of teaching faculty in universities and colleges, engineering and technology discipline. It is a teaching faculty
But BCA
in university and colleges,
12 November that,
engineering and
clarification-
technology discipline. Your Lordship, it does not talk about the college as a whole to be an engineering college or as a whole as to be a technology college. Now, if it is a discipline,
Is there any dichotomy between the AICTC regulations and the UGC? Is there any conflict?
there's no conflict.
There is no conflict.
There's no conflict.
First class degree in appropriate branch of engineering.
Yes,
Master's degree in engineering.
yes,
Master's degree in engineering was held to be sufficient
sufficient.
for engineering disciplines. But this clarification by UGC of 12th November 2025, it clearly says that it is clarified that NET qualification shall be required for appointment to the post of assistant professor for teaching BCA course. And this query was made specifically with regard to such colleges,
Yes,
which are
referring-
also offering BCA courses.
Yes,
right?
referring to their approval letter.
So this is the, this issue
That we'll have to address, Your Lordship. We'll have to address.
you have to.
But at this stage, Your Lordship, with the basis of what we have stated here, in the minimum qualification for appointment of teaching faculty in universities and colleges, engineering and technology discipline, it's talking about the discipline, not the college as a whole. Now, BCA course is a discipline under technology. It's technology discipline, even in the college. Government colleges, it may be a science college, or it may be an arts college, it may be even a commerce college. But if there is a course of BCA, that discipline comes under the discipline, technology discipline, as contemplated here under this minimum qualification for appointment of teaching faculty in university and colleges, engineering and technology discipline. So it is not to be, that discipline is not to be taken as if the whole institute or the institution should be an engineering college or a technology college. If that particular department
That is your
is in technology discipline, that is sufficient. And similarly, in AICTE Regulation 2010, Your Lordship, same thing is there, even for the purpose of teaching as
Page.
page 70,
Oh, yes.
teaching as an assistant professor in MCA. In the program of NCA, the required qualification is BE or BTech and ME or MTech in the relevant branch with first class or equivalent, either in BE, BTech or ME, MTech, or BE, BTech and MCA
I'll just
with first class.
pause for a moment. Ma'am, I'm coming to you just to refresh. This, suppose Kola Sib College, the BCA course, this has to be approved now by the,
Concerned university in which they are affiliated.
yes, and the UGC regulations. The applicable regulations would be UGC or AICTC? UGC.
If it is, once it is allocated in in my humble understanding, now it is under the UGC regulations. Now, once it is approved and allocated by the concerned university then it will be under the AICTE for a period of 2 years. It is written in the approval letter itself.
That, can you repeat that?
In the approval
It's
letter,
page-
in the approval
page
letter, it is
88.
written clearly
Page,
that in page 86.
let's refresh that again.
Your Lordship, under the column, the approval of BBA, BCA, BMF courses is
Yes,
on
as
as is where is basis. Intake approved of so and so is subject to the approved of the concerned university. Now coming to the just after the note. The institution shall obtain affiliation permission from the concerned affiliating university so and so authority, etc. The applicant institution shall send information about commencement of the above courses to AICTE, etc. Now that is wherein I have said that we have not yet completed the process to send it to the AICTE, etc. Now they have given 2 years for this process. Now that is why I have submitted that this process is not first of all challenged, why it is not yet completed, etc. That is not a matter in issue, and then this situation is impregnated, which is yet to be conceived,
Your Lordship,
which is in progress.
in that regard, the process is on. Now, the whole process has started on the basis of this letter dated 8 January 2024 at page 82. There's a letter from the UGC Secretary, Professor Manish R. Joshi, Secretary, addressed to all the Vice Chancellors of all the state public universities and the principals of all colleges or institutes. Lordship may turn to page 82. It's a letter, due number 2 279/2023, dated 8 January 2024. This is on the subject of bringing UGC courses in management and computer applications under AICTE regulations. May I read the whole letter, Your Lordship?
No necessary.
From middle of the letter till date, starting from till date. Till date, the AICTE was regulating only the postgraduate programs in management, MBA, and computer applications, MCA. However, from next academic year, AICTE has decided to regulate institutions offering BBA, BMS, and BCA courses in view of maintaining uniform quality and academic standards across management and computer applications programs on the similar lines of postgraduate courses or programs, MCA/MBA. As informed by the AICTE, approved institutes have benefits like faculty development programs, scholarship schemes for students, model curriculum, free access e-books in Indian languages through e-GUM portal, Margdarshan scheme for institution, Parak, performance analysis and review of holistic development, etc. The state public universities are requested to communicate the above information to all its affiliated institutions which are offering or intend to offer programs or courses in BBA, BMS, and BCA for compliance. AICTE may be contacted for further details. So, with this kind of information and instruction, Lordship, the matter has been put on the move by a letter dated 2nd February 2024 on the next page at page 83. Your Lordship will see letter from the Joint Director Administration, Higher and Technical Education, addressed to the Undersecretary Government of Mizoram at page 83.
Yes, I am here.
This is on the subject of bringing UG courses in management and computer application under AICTE regulations regarding, Madam, in forwarding herewith, DO number so-and-so, dated 8 January 2024, I would like to state that BCA and BBA departments are being run by the following colleges. 5 colleges are listed here: Zirtiri, Government Zirtiri Residential Science College. It has BCA with number of students 24. And Government Serchip College, BCA, 24 number of students. Government Scholarship College, 14 number of students. Government Champai College, BCA, 41. Government Z. Hankima College, BBA, 69. So, present number of teaching faculty, that is also indicated here. 4 assistant professors, 1 contract, 2 assistant professor, 1 contract, and so far as scholarship is concerned, 3 part-time assistant professors, and Champai, 4 part-time assistant professors with 1 RUSA. So, in this connection, excerpts from guidelines for existing institutes offering or intends to offer UGC courses in management, BBA, BMS, and computer application under AICTE regulation downloaded from AICTE India are also enclosed for reference. The possible implications for BCA and BBA department in UG colleges may be summed up as below. AICTE norms for affiliation for students intake. Number 1, norms for faculties, Professor 1, Associate Professor 2, Assistant Professor 5. 2, norms for books, library, computer software, laboratory, etc. considered already fulfilled by the institutions, so it is not mentioned. As per public notice, copy downloaded from AICTE India at Annex C, for extension of last date for submission of online application, last date of AICTE approval has been extended up to 7 February 2024 without penalty, and 14/2/2024 with penalty. There is relaxation for existing colleges running BCA or BBA courses with reference to AICTE approval, that is 2024 to 2025 process as cited below. 1. AICT approval for the first time shall be granted on as is, where is basis for all the programs or courses to the existing colleges which are offering courses or programs in management and computer application. However, after thorough process of consultation, separate quality norms will be evolved for BCA, BBA, BMS courses. College without AICT approval may function as follows. Current students, second and third year will continue as usual with no new student intake for the first semester 2024, that is July to December session. I therefore request approval of the government for above listed government colleges to apply online for continuation of BCA and BBA courses for approval of the ICTE. So lots of
Once the migration is made, suppose,
Yes.
as I understand, to the AICTC, that process which you mentioned.
Yes, yes.
In that case,
AICTE
they will be governed by the AICTC norms.
Yes.
So this is
AICTE.
a bone of contention.
Yes.
So it's a confusing bone of contention.
Correct.
The UGC clearly says in its reply that for wherever these subjects, NET is being conducted for these subjects, for those colleges having those courses, NET will be necessary, right? But the AICTC is silent on that. It mentions about master qualifications, that's all. This is a bone of contention.
So,
And Your Lordship, the letter of approval has been granted by the AICTE in respect of those two colleges. Other three colleges were also given approval. Now we are concerning only with these two government colleges. We have enclosed letters of approval dated 9 May 2024. It is at page 86 and 88. This is the initial approval. Approval of BBA, BCA, BMS courses is on as is, where is basis. Intake approval of BCA, BMS course is subject to the approval of the concerned university. So here, Lordship, when all these letters have been sent from AICTE to the Secretary Education, Government of Mizoram, the respondents, Lordship, why they have not made a clear-cut decision as to why, as to how the matter should be implemented. That's a different matter. Now, the petitioners who have been working as such for a number of years and having the required degree as per the AICTE norms. Now, those colleges having come under the AICTE regulation with the approval already given by the AICTE. Now, is there any other thing?
Approval has been given, but the process is not fully complete.
it's not finished
that
because
has
it's
not been fully done. That maybe
the transition is not yet complete so as to be covered under the AICTE.
just a child is to be born. Now, just in the midst of the birth, can you say that it is not yet born? It cannot be a child. But the fact is that, Your Lordship, the incumbents are already there. Students are there, teachers are there, the institution is being run under the AICTE norms, but there are certain formalities that need to be done by the government, by the respondents. For failure of the respondents to implement in total or in full particulars,
That is beyond the pleadings.
should the petitioners put to undue suffering? Or should the college be deprived of all the facilities? That is my question. Now, considering all this, Your Lordship, we do not deny that in the subsequent UGC regulation, which have been read out, in respect of those disciplines where NET examination is conducted, then NET will be required. So even for MCA, NET, if it is conducted, then NET will be required. But so far as the petitioners are concerned, we have taken the stand that they have already been governed by the AICTE regulation. So just because we want to chase the petitioners out of the college it cannot be said that on the basis of this regulation of the UGC, they cannot be considered as eligible. The eligibility has been sealed by the ICT norms. Even for teaching in MCA programs, they are eligible. Why not in the BCA programs? That is my humble question and submission. So in view of this, Lordship, the final decision shall have to be made on the basis of the affidavits to be submitted by the respondents in due course. But at this stage, Lordship, it is not that the petitioner have approached this Honourable Court at a belated stage, but that they have approached this Honourable Court before the expiry of the term. Now, because of sudden inconvenience on the part of the Honourable Court,
No, suppose
or
it was
even of-
challenged in the middle of the term, suppose this issue could have been decided.
Gave a
Lordship,
notice, shock cause notice
there
in
was
July
no, there was no
2024.
occasion because they were informed
Anyway,
at the
it's
belated
past now.
stage. Yes.
Anyway, we have to decide on the basis of what we have in
Yes,
our hands
Lordship.
at present, you know. Whatever.
So because of this late information, what they had submitted was sometime back in the month of July 16, 2025. Now decision has been made only belatedly, and that information has been given in the month of February, on 9 February 2026. Now, hurriedly, we have approached this Honourable Court for ventilation of the grievances and to redress the legitimate grievances, Your Lordship.
Okay.
So my humble
I'll
submission
go
is
through
that,
it and pass the order on the regarding the interim prayer. Otherwise, the rest of the matter will proceed.
yes,
Right? It will go to pleadings, and we can admit it also. And in the meantime, the pleadings can be exchanged. It will be very necessary, and he has to give a reply. A call has to be taken today. I will work at the chamber, and we'll do it. And in normal course, how long? I will not give a long date before I go. I can fix it maybe after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, for your pleadings. Affidavit.
3 weeks at
3
least,
weeks.
because
No,
the
2 to 3
systems,
weeks.
yes, 3
2 to
weeks.
3 weeks. If you need time, you can always, discuss with the court and work it out. And what about the other matter?
In the other matter,
Would there be time? Time.
Yes,
It's
Your
time.
Lordship,
basically they are seeking this honorable court to grant them continuation on humanitarian ground. But as I have submitted it earlier, the bus has left. Now, it's not about the continuation, it's about, as of now, since they are not engaged anymore in the college,
bus.
it will be a re-engagement or whatever. I think they will have to make the amendment of the.
that
petition, etc.
re-engagement has been made from year to year, and even in this
They are
case,
seeking further time to complete
Yes.
their qualifications.
Your Lordship, yes.
The second
It's
case,
for-
there is no dispute about the requirement
They are-
of
they are-
Yes.
qualifications.
They accepted that they do
deficiency,
not have
we
the.
will have accepted a deficiency.
But, Your Lordship, what I can understand, in my humble opinion, is that I have, supposing if I have a son who is reading in class 12. Now, the most prized service that we have in the government, we have is the MPSC combined exam. So the minimum eligibility qualification is BA, Bachelor of Arts,
Graduation.
etc. Now, I have a son who is reading in class 12. Can we wait for my son to finish his BA to complete his,
Obviously not.
when the public interest is at stake? So that is all I want to submit.
Your Lordship,
These instructions, can I,
Yes, yes, Your
keep it for
Lordship.
the moment?
Yes.
I'll give it back to you.
I have my copy.
Yes, yes, okay, I'll keep it safely, and if you want, you can take it.
No, no,
Day
Your
after
Lordship.
tomorrow.
That I have.
Yes.
Lordship, we have submitted an additional affidavit
Yes, yes, in both the cases, right?
in both the cases.
Second case also, you-
In the second case also, we have submitted a affidavit in which we have enclosed the UGC notification regarding University Grants Commission minimum standards and procedures for award of PhD degrees, Regulation 2022. It is at page 14 of the additional affidavit. In that, Your Lordship will see at para 4 thereof, at page 16. Lordship will see duration of the program. PhD program shall be for a minimum duration of 3 years, including coursework, and a maximum duration of 6 years from the date of admission to the PhD program. So the maximum is 6 years from the date of admission to the PhD program. Now, number 2, a maximum of an additional 2 years can be given through a process of re-registration as per the statute or ordinance of the higher educational institution concerned, provided, however, that the total period for completion of PhD program should not exceed 8 years from the date of admission in the PhD program. So, minimum 8 years, maximum 8 years is the given time. There's another proviso, provided further that a female PhD scholars and persons with disabilities having more than 40% disability may be allowed an additional relaxation of 2 years. However, the total period for completion of PhD program in such cases should not exceed 10 years from the date of admission in a PhD program. 3. Female PhD scholars may be provided maternity leave or childcare leave for up to 240 days in the entire duration of the PhD program.
These are
Pausing for a moment,
welfare
Lordship.
conditions.
This is for a general condition in which a PhD scholar is given the chance to pursue full-time, to pursue the course full-time. Now, considering the circumstances under which the petitioner are pursuing their course, is that they are on the verge of, they are under the threat of termination always after every 1 year.
Yeah, that's a,
Now that they had pursued,
it's never a good idea to
Yes.
continue someone for as long as 10 years on contractual. It's not a good employment practice generally, because if the posts are there, it's better to fill it up. Let them also participate. But anyway, that's another matter.
and here, Lordship, my humble submission, which I have made here at page 3, para 4, para 5. In para 4, let me read what I have stated in para 4.
In the additional affidavit.
Yes. Of the 4 petitioners, there are 4 petitioners here. Of the 4 petitioners, 2 of them, such as petitioners number 2 and 3, being female PhD scholars, having to tend to the needs of their respective children and other members of their family, they are entitled to be given the benefit of extended period for completion of their research program. 5, that the petitioners have been given admission to PhD program under numerous constraints and competitive circumstances in the universities. Subsequent to their admission to the said program, the petitioner have been pursuing the respective research for PhD with all devotion, showing unflinching determination for obtaining degree of PhD. It may further be stated that while a PhD scholar is expected to be a full-time research scholar, petitioners not being granted study leave for the said purpose are not in a position to pursue their research works as expected of them. Consequently, in spite of the extension of time given to them for a period of 1 year from 1/3/2025 till 28/2/2026 on humanitarian ground to enable them to obtain the required qualification of PhD, the petitioners have not been able to obtain a degree required for the appointment on contract basis as assistant professor in government colleges. Now, the purpose of the petitioners pursuing this course is not only for continuation as the part-time assistant professors. As part-time assistant professors, their remuneration is very limited. As the Lordship will see, it is 800 per lecture and to the maximum of 20,000 per month. So, though they have been given a humanitarian consideration from year to year, starting from, in fact, 2018. Now, some of them have registered themselves in 2018, and some of them have registered in 2024. And as I have stated in the relevant paragraph of this writ petition, at page 9, para 12. What I have stated here, Your Lordship, is that petitioner number 1 has been enrolled as PhD scholar at Mizoram University in Department of
Sorry,
Environmental
the other one.
Science.
Additional affidavit has come, the main petition,
In the main petition, Your Lordship.
the other case. Writ petition 17. No, 16. No, the writ petition.
WPC 17.
WPC 17 file, main file. Additional affidavit is here. Yes, I've gone through this, I'll see it again.
Yes.
Para,
Para 12 at page 9.
I've gone through
So
this.
the
once.
registration of the petitioner number 1 is only in the year 2024 with his research topic assessment of water quality, vector-borne disease and microclimate in the vicinity of Kelunglia Dam, Champhai. Lordship, at this stage, may I submit that it is not easy for those part-time assistant professors to get registration under the departments in the university because it's very competitive and this registration the petitioners had obtained with great difficulty. And in the year 2024, registration was made in respect of the petitioner. And the petitioner number 2, she is also pursuing her research for PhD in botany under the supervision of Professor Dr. So-and-so, and registration number MZU PhD 2531 of 2/9/2024. And the topic, those are mentioned here. In addition to this, she had presented 3 research papers, 1 international conference at Tirupattur, Tamil Nadu, 1 in national conference at Bongaigaon, Assam, and another in international seminar at Mercy College, Palakkad, Kerala. The petitioner number 3 had also started her enrollment in a Doctor of Philosophy program in the Department of Economics at NIT, Mizoram in 2017. However, due to circumstances beyond her control and on the advice of her supervisor, she had applied for readmission in 2023 and subsequently transferred her registration to Apex Professional University, Pasigat, Arunachal Pradesh, where she has been enrolled under enrollment number so-and-so. In addition to this, she had also presented a paper on the topic of so-and-so, Dynamic of Crop Diversification in Mizoram at MZU, Mizoram, in National Seminar on Rural Transformation, Promoting Inclusion and Well-being, organized by Department of Economics, MZU in collaboration with NABARD and MZSRLM, the month of November 2025. So far as the petitioner number 4 is concerned, he had started his PhD program in Department of Physics at Mizoram in the university in the month of August 2018 under registration numbers and so dated 28/2018 with his research topic determination of kerosene in gasoline and its impact on vehicular engine emission. And now he has completed all the requirements for submission of PhD thesis. In addition to completing the research work, he had also published 4 papers in the journals and are in SCI journals and had published in 2 conference proceedings and had also presented papers at 5 international seminars or conferences. Lordship, the petitioners have not been remaining idle in spite of their responsibility of teaching in the respective colleges. Now they have pursued their research with full force. But in spite of all the difficulties, they have not been able to submit their thesis. And it's only the respondent number 4 who is on the verge of submission of his thesis. He has completed, he has done all the necessary research. It is what is required is only the formalities at this stage. Now, my humble submission is that in view of the acute difficulties on the part of the petitioners, as stated in the connected writ petition and even here in this additional affidavit, as the extension of the engagement, at least as part-time assistant professor in the respective colleges, would be just, equitable, and in consonance with fair play, which is expected of a model employer, which the respondents are expected to be. In fact, why I have put this, Lordship, that the respondents being the state government and state government departments, they are expected to act in such a manner to act as a model employer. Now they have taken the petitioners in to teach in government colleges, finding initially that they are competent and they are eligible on the basis of the screening and personal interview done by the Departmental Selection Committee way back in the year 2012 and subsequent to that. Now that they have been working as such for a number of years, now at this stage, after working for more than 10 years, now they have accepted that they have not obtained the required qualification. But at this stage, they are in the middle of the research. They are about to complete, some are in the middle of it, some are starting. Now, it will be in the interest of justice, equity, and fair play that the engagement of the petitioners as part-time assistant professors be continued, at least by way of an interim order. And till final decision is made by this honorable court as to whether they are fit to be retained as such or not, that will be a decision to be made by this honorable court at a later stage. But we have we are of the view that we have been working for a number of years, and we have an expectation that one day, on attainment of this requisite qualification, our services will be on a more regular basis, if not fully regular, at least on contract basis, because all our peers who have been appointed along with us, and those of them who have the requisite qualification, they have been upgraded to appointment on contract basis, and some of them have been regularized. Among those who have been appointed in the year 2012. Now, the process for regularization is on, even in respect of
They
the
can
contract.
be, the contractual employee teachers can be regularized, or they, don't you have
Yes.
to go for open market recruitment?
Usually, Your Lordship, what is
regularized,
being
usually.
done is there's a process, and
In terms of that office memorandum.
yes, in terms of
the
that office
intention of the
memorandum.
government is to have a new recruit as per the on contract basis.
And then regularize.
Yes. Direct regularized
As a model
regularization,
employer.
as a model employer, because there is a paucity of fund also, Lordship. For employment on contract basis, they need to have at least more fund. And there has to be a sanction post. As submitted by the learned government advocate, the sanction post may not be there in respect of those part-time
Yes, they're
assistant
given on
professors.
lecture basis, that's what.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'll look into it.
So in view of all this, Your Lordship, I feel that it is necessary and in the interest of justice if at least they are allowed to continue as part-time assistant professors before before final disposal of this writ petition, Your Lordship.
Anything from you, sir?
With this,
Yeah, Your Lordship, apart from the illustrations which I have given earlier, what I would like to submit is that one of the contention that the petitioners made is that they are not given leave to pursue their studies or to have their eligibility test. But there is nothing on record in the petition wherein they have applied for the leave for that purpose. It's just an averment without any supporting documents. Supposing if their leave is regretted number of times for more than 8 years, I could have understand that.
Anyways, close it. Pass the order, chamber, and then we'll fix it after 2 or 3 weeks for the main thing. It can be admitted, the matter can be admitted also. And you exchange your pleadings in the meantime. Yeah. It
Same
would
on
be
the,
better if the matter is, the final adjudication is done expeditiously in this case, in the interest of all. Let's see what can be done about the interim staplet kind of. Because this I'll need.
obliged.
For judgment, item 9.
Which one?
Item 9.
The, in my considered opinion, during the trial, the prosecution succeeded in proving the case, its case, and I do not find infirmity in the conviction, and accordingly, the conviction and sentence both are upheld. This victim compensation was not found, so I have directed. And the court records his appreciation for the services of the amicus curiae and the learned counsel, legal aid counsel. The appeal is dismissed. Okay.
Your Lordship, we are waiting for the part 2 item.
Part 2 item.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not much time actually now. Oh, I see.
Hearing item 1.
Actually, my lord, it is a fixed item. That is why we were waiting.
Oh,
Uh,
wait.
And my lord, in this case.